Hello, good evening, teacher, and hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope you guys fine. Yes, seven of us. We are from Group 5, and I'm going to talk about tourism impact on King Island that we call Sdach. There are three big content that we're going to discuss about the case. The first one is economic impact. Second, social and culture impact. 3. Environment impact. Before we going through deeply about this case, I would like to show you about King Island background. Do you want to know how beautiful is it and how many activities that we can do during our holiday, dear? King Island that we know as Sdach is located in Kirisako Commune, Kirisako District, Gakong Province. It's about 250 kilometers from Phnom Penh City. It means that you have to spend 4 or 5 hours, a long way to go there. Before you go to visit King Island, make sure that you already make a reservation such as accommodation or boat transfer. There are so many choice for you, such as local homestay, a professional homestay, a big boat, a small boat, or a fast boat. You have to spend on the boat only 5 to 8 minutes. For this beautiful island, it belongs to a small archipelago of 12 islands, all in relative proximity to each other and to the mainland. For a fishing community inhabit the island with the people of Khmer, Chinese, Thai, and Vietnam. About population, it is 2,398. It equal to 574 family. Do you think that there is not many people live there and it's actually not a big island, right? I think so, but for this beautiful small island, we can do many activities there, such as snorkeling, diving, riding a boat surrounding island, enjoy the beautiful atmosphere, a crystal sand and diamond sea, also relax with a sunset view from your boat.
Hello everyone, so now let's move on to my point, which I'm going to talk about the economic impacts. Here I'm going to describe you about the positive impact and my friend will tell you more about the negative impact. So before going, I would like to briefly tell about the economic impacts at Sdach Island, which is known as the King Island in English. According to a survey from Marrakech in 2002, 70% of people in Sdach are fishermen and some are farmers or small business. For tourists, it is excellent for snorkeling or scuba diving, as the water is clear and array of coral can be seen growing at the bottom of the sea. There is no specific data that prove how many tourists come to visit there each year, because it is a small fishing village, and I found it hard to find data related to tourists, and sorry for that. So now let's move on to the positive impact. Since it became a tourist attraction site, the infrastructure is developed by the government, as you can see in the picture slide. We can drive safely to the destination, and also the school is built there as well. One more thing, from the tourists, people there can increase their income by providing such as service, selling food, or house renting. And the last point is Sdach will become an international tourist destination in the future, since the airport is planned to build at Darasako, as you can see their project in the picture. So, foreign tourists will find it easy to access to the island, and it will become one of the main economic for Cambodia. And that is all for the positive impact.
Hello teacher and all friends together who are watching this video. My name is No Hyun. Today I'm going to present about the negative impact, the negative economic impact. And I have 4 points. The first point talk about the people who are living there get less income. Second, the electricity providing to the area is expensive. Third, good providing to tourists are import from Thailand. And the last point talk about the skilled labor as not Cambodian people. So now let's move to the first point. People who are living there get less income. As you can see, 70% of people who are living in Sdach are fishermen or small business. According to my research, I found that one person can earn $2 a day. So it means they really get less income. Yeah. And so now I move to the second point. Electricity provided in the area is expensive. The reason that the electricity providing is expensive because electric from Thailand, and a person who are provide that area also from Thailand, and the tourists who are go to visit or the local people, they need to spend much for electric in that area.
Hello teacher and hello everyone. My name is Sinon. Can point I will discuss some negative impacts. As in most of Cambodia, the government is largely non-functional even to the extent that the de facto currency is the Thai baht. The large portion of subsistence nature with a large reliance on fishing, so maybe the average income of the fishermen seem to be less, and so maybe they cannot improve the economy in their family to grow.
So welcome to my point. I'm going to presentation about social and cultural impact. So I'm going to present about positive impact and negative impact. My friend will be present next to me. And there are 3 points for me to present about positive impact. The first, it make destination improve. As you see in the picture, so Sdach developing than before, as we see nowadays in 2020, and look at more attraction and clean and beautiful. So this is because of tourists, they go there. So government or local people, they try to attract tourists to go to there to visit a lot of than before. And this is a good point for tourists to go there because they would like to release their stress and they would like to go with their family. And the second point is foreigner and local are educated. Foreigner, they go to some place like Sdach, so they will be use their English or their language to communication with local people. Moreover, local people, they also learn English or learn another language to communicate with them too. So they both are educated, not except a language, but they can learn from each other a lot, like standard of living and how to use their lifestyle and anything else. So they are good. They are both so get a good impact and good advantage from each other. And about the last point, I would like to present about improve cultural facility. In Sdach, so there is Octopus Gardens Diving Center is a new center for Sdach also. And that place make tourists experience some of the best diving in Cambodia with Octopus Garden, and they will find their little heaven situation on the island of Sdach, that far away from the main tourist tracks and close to some of the kingdom's hidden dive gems. So this is the place that the new creative, the new idea, so created for improve tourist activity, so the tourists can make them feel good and get a good experience when they go to Sdach. So this is a good point for tourists too. Thank you.
Now I continue from my friends, and my part is talk about negative social and cultural impacts. The first point is commercialization of local cultures. It means that tourists can turn local culture into commodities when religious traditions, local customs, and festivals are used to comfort tourist expectations. The second point, cultural class marriages have first economic inequalities. It means that between local and tourists who are spending more when they go outside or visit some place than they usually do at home. This can irritation due to tourist behavior. They often are careless or not respond to the local people. And the last is job level frictions. It means that professional training they not get enough knowledge and they get low paid. The last point is adaptation to tourist demand. When tourists visit some place, they always buy some souvenir or anything that they are interested in, and craftsmen have to make change in design of their product to make attractive to the customers. But craftsmen still in limited of processing, so they still make some souvenir is the same design. Thank you.
Hello teacher and hello classmate. Now I am going to have a short presentation talk about environmental impacts of tourism on Sdach and its negative impacts. This part is divided to 3 points: depletion of natural resources, loss of natural habitat, and pollution. When we talk about the depletion of natural resources, we occur the first thing priority overusing of water for business, especially hotel, restaurant, or guest house or something. It's become a very bad problem for local people to have enough water to use, because the business of tourism they use a lot of water to supply their customer. For example, like build up the swimming pool or use a lot of water or something. And another one, local use resource. The energy, food, and raw material they use very large to supply the tourism industry, and it's very damage on environment physically. And land degradation problem that is very affect on Sdach. Land destroyed the tourist activity. When the activity by tourists it's very impacts to environment on Sdach. And when a lot of tourist arrival, the construction of facility is the biggest problem that to build up on the land of Sdach, and they need to destroy some environment, some natural to build up the construction, and that is very affect. Loss of natural habitat on land. When we talk about on land, flora and fauna is the first thing that we need to focus, because the construction of tourism building and tourism activity that is very bad to destroy the home of flora and fauna. And it's damage to water, because there are a lot of pollution on water and on environment because of tourist activity, because of how to accessibility of tourists. And the last one, pollution. I focus on 3 points: polluting the air, trash, and dirty water problem. Polluting the air, it's come from tourist activity and how to accessibility and the bad smell or bad pollution from tourism industry. And The trash mean plastic bag or water bottle that they use already and they threw it away without go taking care. And the dirty water controlling problem, when it talk about the water that using from the hotel or restaurant, they flow it off to the sea. It's damage to the seascape and the landscape as well. My point is already ended. Thank you so much for paying attention.
Hello lecturer and hello my beloved classmates. Today I am very happy and have a great honor that got a chance to do a presentation for all of you regarding to a topic tourism impact on Sdach Island. And my team has done presentation already about the last three main points. The first is economic impact, the second is socio-cultural impact, and the last one is environmental impact. And at the last moment, Mr. Kuntir has done presentation about negative environmental impact on Sdach Island. And now I will do a presentation for all of you regarding to positive environmental impact and how it is going. So let's get started. And there are two main points to support that idea. The first is environmental awareness. The second is environmental protection. And before we are going to the second main points, I would like to show all of you about the first point first. Environmental awareness. Public increase awareness of environmental issues. And then improve hotels, owner or vendors take care of their own pollution. So how can they link together? Public here refers to the local authority, government, NGO, non-government organization, or researchers, because most of them have enough abilities to increase the local resident awareness, and they have a great experience or have enough experiences to raise up the issues. Because of the local residents are playing an important role to take care of their environment day by day. But if every day they don't know how to protect their environment, and day by day they don't know how to take care of their own pollution, so on that island will be destroyed in the future by the locals, not the public. That's why I raise the public here are playing an important role too to support the local people to raise up the issues to take care of their environment and how to protect. And the protection will be moved to the second main point. Environmental protection. Private and public sectors get involved to conduct a research around Sdach archipelago, conservation of environment, flora and fauna. Are you wondering why private and public sectors are really trying so hard to protect the environment? Because Sdach Island is one of the most beautiful islands in Cambodia that attract visitors come to visit there. And the most things that visitors dream to come there is experience flora and fauna. That's why environmental protection is happening there, and private and public sectors are playing an important role to support that environmental issues to raise up, to increase their awareness to the local. Last but not least, we are going to our group recommendation, and there are 3 points. And the first point is we suggest all of you to go there, or your family, your friends, please buy local products in order to improve their economics too. It is easy when you buy something outside that island, so the local people don't have enough money to support their families, so they can migrate to other countries, or they can migrate to the cities to earn money, so they leave that island alone. I don't want to dream that. And the second is we suggest government to promote culture by create any festival there or any events day by day or month by month, so they can attract more and more tourists come to visit. To review a little bit, our group has done presentation about economic impacts, social and cultural impacts, and environmental impacts that raise up positive and negative. And thanks you for your attention.